Let's talk about compound records. These records introduce yet another level of complexity. Today, we're going to learn why you need compound records. You will see why they're difficult to manage, and at the end, I'm going to show you a couple of solutions that's going to help you to deal with compound records. So, for the purpose of this video, we're going to compare institutional records and compound records. First, institutional records. These are standard records maintained for general administrative purposes and compliance with regulations. For example, it could be a resume, application, meeting minutes, financial spreadsheet, or annual reports. Compound records are the documents that must be kept together. Even though these documents might not normally be grouped together, in compound records, they support each other. A good example would be court documents that support a legal case during litigation. Now that you understand compound records, let's take a look at the dilemma. So here we have document A and a document B. Document A has a retention label applied, and it will be kept for 3 years before it's deleted. Document B has a retention period of 7 years. Now imagine that document A needs to support document B in a litigation. We need to make sure that during litigation, document A is not deleted. So what we're going to do, we are going to group these documents and we are going to apply a retention period of 7 years to document A. This will assure that document A is not deleted. Microsoft provides several ways to auto-apply retention labels: content types, sensitive information types, keywords, trainable classifiers, metadata, and event-based retention. Any of these methods can auto-apply retention labels to document A or document B based on their properties. But all these methods struggle with relational context and dependencies between documents, making them less effective for managing compound records. AI lacks the ability to fully understand and manage complex dependencies without explicit metadata or predefined rules. Let's take a look at a couple of solutions. But before we do, here's my disclaimer. The need for compound records does not justify non-compliance with regulatory requirements. But in special cases, such as a lawsuit, special laws may supersede standard regulations, allowing for the adjustment. These situations evaluated case by case by corporate lawyers. First solution, the primary document method. The primary document method is straightforward, but as you will see, it is time-consuming. We will create metadata fields or your site columns, where the user will capture related documents for primary document and the primary document ID for all secondary documents. These site columns will be added to the content types, and then it will be up to the user to fill out all of this metadata in order to link these documents together. Once the metadata fields are set, you'll need to apply retention labels based on the primary document. You can leverage Power Automate Flow to ensure that the retention label applied to the primary document is also applied to all related documents. Users can manually overwrite auto-applied labels when necessary. Note that some restrictions apply, such as the inability to overwrite regulatory record labels, and some actions may require SharePoint admin permissions. The primary document method works well for simple cases, when one main document, the primary, is supported by other related documents, or when there is an absolute need not to have the documents in the same container for whatever reason. It is simple and easy to implement for single primary-secondary relationships. Ensures that all supporting documents are linked to the primary document. It solves the dilemma of linking dispersed documents. But the problems with the primary documents are this method may not work well for complex cases with multiple dependencies and interdependencies, or for very large sets of documents. It requires manual effort or automation to link documents. It is prone to error. Could be a crutch for bad information architecture. Okay. Is it a perfect method? Absolutely not. Document set is the perfect feature to meet our requirements with the compound records. That is, if you can keep them in one container. Let's set up a document set for document A and document B. We're going to go into the Site Collection Administration and click Site Collection Features. First, we need to enable Document Sets feature. We need to activate it. And once it's active, we are going to go back to the site settings. And we will be creating our document set. Go to the site content types and create new content type. Let's give it a name. Compound records document set. This is a custom content type that we are going to be creating in the demo CC category, and this content type is going to derive from a document set content type category. And here it is. We just created our compound records document set. Here are the properties. And back at the library, we're going to go to the library settings, click on more library settings, and go to advanced settings. We have to allow management of the content types in order to add the custom content types. Now we can go and click Add from existing site content types. We're gonna look at the categories, demo CC, and we're going to see our compound records doc set there. And as you can see, the compound records doc set is added to the library. Back to the library, we can see that we can add the compound record doc set as an item. So let's give it a name. Court case 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, we now have a document set. Document set is really a glorified folder, a folder on steroids. It is a container, but the difference from a folder is that a document set has metadata just like any other item in the SharePoint library. But there is more. Now let's add documents to the document set. There are two options: copy to and move to. It is very important to know the difference between these two commands. Since we are working with the records, it is very important to preserve records metadata, and copy to will not preserve all the metadata that we need, but move to will. So always make sure that you are using move to command. So we're now going to move the documents to the document set. We select our document set here. The same for the document B. Select the court case 1, 2, 3, move here. And there you go. Now let's take a look at the properties of this document set. Go to the details and properties, and let's scroll down. You'll see that you can apply a retention label to this document set. Now let's choose a label. Any label would do, doesn't matter. Now let's go inside of the court case 1, 2, 3, 4 and look at the properties of the document A. Scroll down and look at the label. The financial data label that was applied to a document set now is applied to a document A that is within this document set. And the same is for the document B. We can look at the compliance details of the document B. As you can see, the label was applied, financial data label, and the item will be held until 2031 for the next 7 years. And that is how you deal with compound records using document set. An ability to apply a label to the entire set is not the only feature of the document set. In fact, Microsoft introduced document sets back in 2010 to support legal cases, among other things. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.